could be here but you're there. You could be anywhere. These days I don't even care.
So as part of a branding project for Grey Bandit, this really cool clothing company, I'm creating these little inspirational scenes.
Too much, whatever's been filling your cup. No more. Baby, no more showing up when you're not sober. At my front door, just to say
So I thought it would be cool to show some behind the scenes of how I'm creating the stuff, how I'm shooting it, and then after the fact how I'm editing it in Photoshop and whatever apps I'm using. So this first piece is a cricket sticker that I made a while ago, and then I'll show you guys right now how I made this part.
if you say you can't live without me, then why aren't you dead yet? Why do you say that?
So I'm just driving around looking for a billboard that I can edit something fun onto. What I'm looking for is that the billboard is already the right color. Doesn't matter the words, I can Photoshop that out, but already the right color, and that the scenery in the background is good.
And I give you so many shots, but you keep drinking them all, and you never give it a thought.
Wall texture can be kind of hard to play around with, but I really liked the pink, just like the semi-pink painted area, along with the shadows. So we'll see.
Oh, tonight, trying to mess me in my mind up. It's a reminder you're a liar. You know I'm right. 'Cause you say you can't live without me. So why aren't you dead yet? Why you still breathing? Why? If you say you can't live without me, then why aren't you dead yet? Why do you say that? Be careful what you say. Say only what you mean. Mean to me, then you're nice. You're nice, you're nice. Yeah, it's nice to know you now. Now that it all went down, down on your knees you cry. You cry, you cry.
So now I have all the photos that I've taken throughout the weekend, and I have them in my Lightroom, and I'm kind of seeing like what the best filter on it is, what the best preset is looking like. And then after I'm done with deciding these and cropping them and everything, then I'm going to go ahead and bring them into Photoshop, and I'll show you how I edit out the wording. Hi, so now I'm editing these pics and doing a little coffee. So let me show you how I'm making them and how I took off what was there before. I don't remember how to show you the original. Oops. This is the original photo. So that was the original photo, and then this is what we turned it into. And let me show you how I did that with a different pic. Okay, so this isn't going to be like in-depth tutorial like a screen recording, but I'm going to quickly show you how I do this, and hopefully you can recreate it for yourself. So first I'm going to bring in one of the photos. Let's do this one. So this one was an Arco station. I really like the way the sky looked. The brand uses a lot of blues and young type photography, so I wanted to incorporate the blues and the clouds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this stamp tool, and then I'm going to select Control or Option on my Mac, grab the area I want, and then just click on what I want to cover. This one's going to be really easy because all I have to cover is the Arco, and all of the surrounding area is the same. So I'm just constantly grabbing the surrounding area and covering the Arco. Every time you see this little guy pop up, that's when I'm covering it, or that's when I'm grabbing the new area. And then you'll start to see that it's going to like get this look that you can tell that you're manipulating it. So then I always like grab another random spot just to break up the monotony. So I'm going to keep doing that. And you don't have to be perfect because we are going to end up zooming out. So if we zoom out right now, you can see that it already looks fine. But we just want to keep it as realistic looking as possible. And there we go. So now we have this part of it. I'm gonna leave it this size for now and then just crop it after so that I have a stories version and an Instagram version. So let me go in and do the quote. So for this quote, we are gonna do
When you have, whenever you've had too much, whatever's been filling your cup, no more. Baby, no more showing up when you're not sober at my front door just to say
So we're gonna make it small so that it fits. And then this is what gets a little bit complicated because we need to make this look like it's on the screen. So we need to make sure that this is rasterized so that we can edit it. So I'm gonna click rasterize, then I'm gonna click transform, and then click distort. So once we click distort, what you wanna do is you wanna line up these edges with the edges on the object that you're doing. And then that way the perspective is the same and angle is the same from the object you're putting it onto. So then I'm going to just make it a little bit smaller because I want it to be kind of like a real sign. Perfection is overrated. Cool. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of grain or noise to this so that it looks a little bit imperfect. So I'm going to do 5. And then I'm going to bring down the opacity just a little bit so it looks printed on there. And then when we zoom out and add grain on top of all of this, it's going to look a lot more like it's already there, but it's already looking good, and yay! Okay, so here are the completed projects. I'll also pop them up on the screen after this. So this one I did with the little label maker that I showed you guys. Let fear control nothing. This one was the mirror, and I put it outside and I loved the reflection of that palm tree. Perfection is overrated. I like how I'm becoming. So this one I did with the Teza app. I did all the text and the edits with the Teza app. Exhale the bullshit, own it, be bold. So now I'm going into different apps on my phone. I really like using the Teza app for grain and dust, and I also like using Afterlight for grain and dust. So I'm going to go into those and just add a little bit of grain and dust on each one just to make it look like the lettering was originally there, and then I'll be all done.
Then you're nice, you're nice, you're nice, yeah, it's nice to know you now. Now that it all went down, down on your knees you cry, you cry, you cry, and you say